Good morning and welcome to October 27th. It's a Tuesday. The Arctic air certainly resulting in some really cold temperatures this morning. We'll take a look at that at the moment, but we actually have a pretty quiet stretch of weather coming for really the entire interior west here for a little bit. We're going to have some stormy weather down in Arizona, New Mexico, into far southern Colorado and southwest Kansas, but moderating temperatures will be the rule for the rest of the week. Not a huge jump up in temperatures. There's a lot of snow on the ground that's going to take a while to melt, and some of it won't melt away completely. That's going to impact temperatures, but overall temperatures will moderate. We have a front coming in Friday night and Saturday, but I don't think it's going to be much of a system for a lot of the area. Might have a little bit of snow shower activity in Montana and northern Wyoming and western South Dakota with the front, but nothing that's going to amount to much. Most of next week, we do not see any major storm systems. We see a couple of fronts, but nothing that really stands out as being a significant weather maker. We do expect, as we get a little further into November, it gets busy again, right around November 8th through the 12th. I'm kind of circling those date ranges there as probably the next wave of really cold, snowy weather again. Until then, however, we don't have a lot going on. Here are some temperatures this morning. You want to look at these red numbers. What we're showing here is 26 below. That shows 25 below in Laramie this morning early, but it hit 26 below before temperatures reversed. You can see temperatures. Look at New Mexico. Temperatures are in the teens with snow. In many areas of central and eastern New Mexico, look at this. Eastern Arizona, areas there in the 20s. Some really cold temperatures down around Flagstaff, northeastern Arizona. So this is the real McCoy. Look how cold the temperatures are across Nebraska as well as South Dakota. A lot of temperatures on the western slope, northwest areas of Colorado. Walden, minus 20. So a really, really cold morning, really more like a January morning out there when you look at temperatures. But the Arctic air is going to start to retreat to the east. But not before we've got a cutoff low. This is where we are today with the pattern. We got the high off the west coast. The low is cut off from the jet stream, so it's going to meander down here. That's why they're going to have cold, wintry weather in the far southern Rockies and southern high plains with this system. Here's Hurricane Zeta. It's going to move really fast, getting drawn up ahead of this low coming on in. Hopefully the speed of it will negate any significant rain and damage, but it's still going to be a problem for this area here in the coming days. The Arctic air is more bottled up here and is pushed south into the area here, but it's going to be moving away from the east slopes of the Rockies. This is by tomorrow, and as we get further on, that low moves away. This is the precipitation over the next 3 days with the system, and you can see the wet weather over New Mexico, Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, and then the rain from the hurricane coming up through here. But the rest of the central and northern Rockies, all the way back to the west coast here into the plain states, well, there's just really not a lot going on here for the next few days. This is what the snow looks like. Pretty far south, snow getting into Old Mexico with this system, so quite the Arctic wave. As we get into Friday and the weekend, for Halloween weekend, pardon the bad pun, but it's not looking that scary. There is a front. This is for Friday afternoon. That's going to swing through Friday night and Saturday and head through this way, but it doesn't have a lot of good push of cold air behind it. So it's going to make the start of the weekend a little cooler, a little breezy. We're going to see a little bit of snow shower activity up here with the front, but I think that's as far south as it's going to go. Next week, this is next Wednesday. Notice the jet stream does have a little bit of a dip here and a little bit of a dip here, but notice the brighter colors where the colder air is more locked up into Canada. And really this is more of a zonal west-east flow with the jet stream. So we'll go into next week with close to average temperatures and conditions. These little waves coming through that you see here may produce a little bit of mountain snow shower activity, but anything on the plains will be minimal. Thanks for listening and watching to the Day Weather Podcast. Have yourself a good Tuesday. We'll update you tomorrow.